Just weeks after Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu was given a personal tour of North Korean weapon systems in Pyongyang, the North's leader Kim-Jong-un rolled into a remote region in the Russian Far East aboard his special armoured train. He was there to see Russian President Vladimir-Putin, but also to receive his own tour of Russia's advanced rocket technology at Vostochny Cosmodrome. So, while we have no official declaration of an agreement, we can piece together several clues. We shouldn't be surprised that there was no formal announcement, as we were forewarned by Russia, but perhaps the most controversial expected outcome of Kim's second ever summit with Putin, and the first since 2019, will be North Korea's military support for Russia's war in Ukraine. Kim openly expressed backing for Moscow's sacred fight, insisting the Russian army and people will triumph over evil forces, while proposing a toast at an official post-summit dinner.
우리는 러시아 군대와 이민이 패권과 팽창 야망을 추구하는 악의 무리들을 징벌하고 안정적인 발전 환경을 마련하기 위한 정의의 싸움에서 반드시 위대한 승리를 쟁취하리라고 확신합니다.
But Russia is firing up to 60,000 artillery and rocket rounds a day, based on Ukraine's estimation, and is understood to be struggling to maintain a steady supply of shells. And North Korea is known to have an abundance of 122 and 152 millimeter shells, along with rocket artillery munitions that could meet Russian demand, even if such a deal would violate multiple United Nations Security Council resolutions. The obvious question to ask is, what would the North be getting in return? When asked ahead of the summit whether Russia would support North Korea's satellite development, Putin answered, "That's why we came here." This year, North Korea has been trying to launch its first military spy satellite, but failed in the two attempts so far, first in May, when there was a second stage rocket malfunction, and then again last month, when the North said there was an error in the emergency blasting system during the third stage flight. With North Korea vowing to have another go next month, it's not clear how quickly Russian support will bear fruit, but we do know Russia has had success with almost all of its launches from Vostochny Cosmodrome, including rockets carrying various satellites. And in the absence of an actual explanation of what happened at the summit, and no briefing from Kim and Putin, speculation is rampant, including among experts who think that Russia may provide North Korea with a satellite, and we'll have to watch closely in the coming weeks. Going further, compared with Kim Jong-un's limited delegation in 2019, he was accompanied this time by many more military officials. Not only does this support the idea of two-way military cooperation between Russia and North Korea, but it could also pave the way for three-way drills involving China, as well as Russian support for North Korean nuclear-powered submarines. Putin also spoke of a wider relationship, which might signal a stronger economic relationship to help the North overcome strict sanctions and widespread food shortages. And the optics suggest genuine interest from the Russian side, perhaps because of their needs in Ukraine. The Kim-Putin summit lasted 4 hours, and the Russian leader actually waited 30 minutes for Kim, even though Putin's kept numerous heads of state waiting for him in the past, including former South Korean Presidents Park Geun-hye and Moon Jae-in for close to 2 hours each. And according to North Korean state media Thursday, Putin's accepted an invitation to visit the North at a convenient time, essentially validating Pyongyang's decision to prioritize its relationship with Moscow. All this is upsetting those forces that are seen as hostile by both North Korea and Russia. For instance, South Korea condemned the North's launches of short-range ballistic missiles, which took place shortly before the summit even started. Unexpectedly so, given that Kim was out of the country. And then the United States reiterated its concerns about any burgeoning defense relationship between North Korea and Russia via National Security Council Strategic Communications Coordinator John Kirby. But it seems inevitable that North Korea and Russia are about to get a lot closer, and we'll let you know of any concrete outcomes as they happen. Please help us out by liking, subscribing and spreading the word about our videos, and feel free to join the conversation by adding your own comments below.